We've been marinating this pork for 2 hours now, and I'm just tying a string around it so it will hold together while we bake it in the oven. We're going to make this into cook it with a fig sauce, and then we will bake a couple of fresh figs to go with it. The string I'm putting around it is just to hold it in place so that it won't fall apart when you're wanting to take it out and serve it. Okay, we have a little bit of oil in the pan, and we're going to brown the roast on all sides before we put it in the oven. And I'm going to sprinkle some more of my special secret seasoning that we use on it. This seasoning has 35 different fresh herbs that is used. It is really good, especially for meats and vegetables and casseroles and side dishes. Putting the string on it also keeps it into a good shape for when you're coming to cut it, so it looks a lot prettier on the plate. I'm slicing some fresh figs that I'm going to end up cooking in the fig sauce over the pork loin. It also seals the seasoning into the roast. Now I'm going to place the figs to go in the pan just to saute them. There we go. Now I'm going to put the roast into the roasting pan. And I'm going to pour a little bit of this Vidalia fig sauce on it. Gives a wonderful flavor and texture to the cooking of the roast. This is going to go in the oven for about 35 minutes, and will cook on 350. Halfway through you might want to just turn it one time and then let it cook. To finish the figs off, I'm going to pour a little bit of Pouilly-Fousse white wine, just to take the goodness from the bottom of the pan, all the juice, and mix it together. These are soft. Now, when the roast is almost done, we will then pour this on the roast and set the figs around it and let it finish for the last 10 minutes in the oven. And then you serve it with it. Okay. Now we're going to take this and put it in the oven at 350 for 35 minutes until it's nicely browned. Okay, this has been cooking for 35 minutes. We take it out of the oven and we poured the remaining juices out of the pan over the meat and then added the cooked figs. Decorated it with some parsley. It is ready now to be served. I recommend serving this with fresh made mashed potatoes and with asparagus or French beans, one of your choice. We're now serving up the pork roast, and to make it a quick meal, I took some store-bought whipped potatoes which I had in the freezer, and I take them out. With potatoes, when you've been frozen, they do lose their flavor some. So I doctored them up with a little bit of butter and some cream cheese whipped into them, and then a little bit of sour cream using some sassy seasoning. And we're going to serve it with the pork and the fig sauce, and then doing asparagus on the side to go with it. This makes for a very quick, easy meal. This is the fig sauce that we made yesterday that we are using to go with this right now. And we'll take a little bit of the gravy to go over it. And then we're going to serve the asparagus. We just kind of place them like this over it. And then I have left over just a little bit of the hollandaise sauce that I reheated and just whipped through, just to put over the asparagus a little bit, just to give it a different type of a flavor. I also used a little bit of garlic seasoning on the potatoes to give them a little bit more pungent taste to it. Using a little bit of parsley, chopped parsley, just to season it for the photos. There we go. If you'd like to get copies of the pork and the figs, the asparagus which is steamed, and the hollandaise sauce, and then the doctored up store-bought potatoes, go to our email, which is londonyb.gmail.com. Thank you. I hope you will enjoy these as I am enjoying these potatoes. They are so tasty. Delicious. They really are delicious. Thank you.